everyone, it's Danny, and I'm back with yet another video. Yay! So I know this is not Nancy Drew, but I promise I will get the next Nancy Drew video up very, very soon. I just kind of wanted to dive into something a little bit different and give my channel a little bit more variety, given that I'm very new to everything. So I decided that I would go with The Sims 4. The Sims is one of my favorite games ever. I used to play it ever since The Sims 2 came out. And that was back when I was in middle school. I had to be like 14, like 13 or 14. And I remember I used to stay up very late playing this game. I would play it all day and all night. And I would stop at like maybe 3 or 4 a.m. It was crazy. I really used to play this every day, all the time, 24/7. And it brings up some really good memories too. I would say that The Sims 2 has to be my favorite game in the Sims series, just because I feel that it had so much life to it. All the townies had really good backstories, and it was also just all the little things, like you could go grocery shopping. I love the way the cars operated. Like they would actually drive out of the garage into the street, and then you would go. So those were some really, really cute animations in The Sims 2, and I just feel like that's what really set it apart from every other game. Like The Sims 3 had an open world, yes, but I feel that The Sims 2 just had more. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's just like that feeling of nostalgia you get when you play a game that really made your childhood. I don't even know if I make any sense. But anyway, I decided to go ahead and start a playthrough of The Sims 4. And what I'm doing now is I am creating the family, and they are going to be the O'Hara family. Trust me, it took me longer than it should have to come up with that last name, O'Hara. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it means, but it sounds good and it sounds unique. So we're going to just go with it. And I think what I really want to dive into is how difficult is it going to be to have a single parent with 2 children go to university? Now, if you have played The Sims 4 University, you know that it's no joke. They made it a little too realistic to the point where I actually get stressed out playing this game. You have to do homework, you have to go to classes, you have projects to do, you have final exams to study for. It's just all way too realistic. But I kind of wanted to dive into it because I feel like it really is a challenge, and it's gonna make the series interesting, and that's what I want out of it. I want something that I'm going to have fun playing, but it's also gonna be interesting for all of you to watch. So that's the dynamic here. So what I was really going for, I wanted to give him like like a cool dad look. Like he's not he's not one of those dads with like the beer belly and like I don't know, like old. He's actually very, very young. We could say that he had the kids when he was in high school, maybe. And he and his ex-girlfriend had the kids very young when they were in high school, and they tried really hard to do their best to raise these little girls, but it was just hard because they were so young and they didn't know much about life or about parenting in general. So, in that dynamic, they just bumped heads a lot, and they were always fighting. And then she couldn't handle it. So the way she tried to handle it was that she turned into someone you don't want to be around, I guess. Like she became an alcoholic. She was very abusive to him and the girls. So that's why he needed to move and to start over. He wanted to just move away from her and her toxic energy and just start a new life with just him and his two little daughters and see where life takes him. And he wants to be the best father that he could possibly be for them, and he wants to be a really good role model for them. But he couldn't do that with her around because she was just not good for him or the girls. So he really had no choice but to move away somewhere that she couldn't find them. Um, and I literally just made all of that up just now. But I like it. So I think I'm going to roll with it. It makes sense. Like, why else would you have a single father, living in the city and going to university? So I guess the reason he wants to go to university is because he wants to be able to provide for his family. And he wants to show his daughters that it is possible to, not have any skills or any previous higher education, but, you can still do it. And that's really the type of father he wants to be for his daughters, just someone they can look up to and admire. And right here, I'm giving him some of the traits. So he's going to be a goofball. So he's going to be really playful. But he's also going to be very ambitious and outgoing. So those are some really good traits I chose for him. I think I do really like that. And his lifetime aspiration is going to be that he wants to have a successful family. And that's going to be really cute because that really is his goal. He wants his daughters to be better than he ever was and not make the mistakes that he made when he was young. And he just wants his daughters to accomplish all their goals and dreams. As you can tell, it took me a very long time to come up with a name. Very, very long time. So I finally came up with Zane, and his last name is O'Hara. And I actually really, really like that name. I was trying to find a name for him that kind of fit him and his style and the way he looks, and I think Zane kind of does the job. For Zane, I was kind of going for, like I said before, a very cool dad look. He's not a lame dad, he's a cool dad. And I think I was able to accomplish that. Like, he's not dressed in like a suit and tie or anything like that. He's very casual, laid back. Like I said, one of his traits is goofball. He's very playful. Like, you guys gotta remember, he's still very young. I would give him like maybe 23, 25 at most. And right now I'm about to create his kids, and I love the genetic tool in The Sims 4 because it makes it really easy to create a child without having both parents. I remember in The Sims 3 it was so difficult to create children because you would either have to create them from scratch if they didn't have a second parent, or you would have to create the second parent so that you could create the child. And that was really annoying because it would take such a long time. But here I could just use his very good genes to make his daughters. And this is the first daughter. I believe that I named her Kira. Her name is Kira. Such a cute name. I love it so much. And she is so freaking cute. I love her already. And what I was really going for was a kind of stylish vibe, I guess. She's gonna be the artistic one of the family. She's gonna know how to draw, how to maybe take photographs, play instruments, all these artistic things. She's gonna be like the star child of the family. So that's kind of the look I wanted to give her. And I love her hair. I think it's so cute. And although I do not think that The Sims 4 has enough options for ethnic hair and for coarse hair. I wish they had more of those options. I think that the options that they do have are really cute. For example, this one. So I kind of gave her like the little high poof at the top of her head. It looks so cute. I love it. And you know what? This actually kind of reminds me of me when I was in college. I used to wear the high poof all the time. It was like my go to style because at that time I was still kind of figuring out how to do my hair. um, so when I was younger, my mom used to relax my hair all the time and put all those yucky chemicals to make my hair straight because she just didn't know how to manage my curls and how to make them healthy. So she used to just go the easy route and relax my hair and say, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. Your hair is way too difficult to deal with. It's just gonna be straight. And it wasn't until I got to college and I started meeting a lot of people like me, a lot of Hispanic women, a lot of Black women who encouraged me to go natural and really see for myself what I would look like with my own hair and without all those yucky chemicals in it. So I used to just wear my hair exactly like Kira for a very long time because I didn't know what else to do with it. And I also didn't want to go back to relaxing my hair. Um, yeah, so it was a lot of trial and error. But now I kind of know how to manage my hair a little bit better. But this is what it reminded me of. I used to wear this little high poof all the time. As you can see for Kira, I really tried my best to give her a lot of colors and some playful outfits that look so cute on her. This one is my favorite outfit that she has with the little scarf and the dress and the jacket and the leggings and the boots. It looks super cute. Definitely one of my favorites. And then I gave her this other winter outfit with the yellow. And now I go into her trades. You said before, she's gonna be the artist of the family, so I gave her the artistic aspiration while she is a child, and her trade is going to be creative. So she's gonna be a very creative individual, and now I am making the second child, and you guys are gonna think I am absolutely crazy because I made her a toddler. Yes, as you know, in The Sims 4, toddlers are an absolute nightmare. They are like impossible, in my opinion. So I figured that it's just gonna make it a little bit more challenging because Zane really wants to be a great dad and he wants to make his daughters be the best they can be. So he's obviously gonna put a lot of effort into helping them build their skills and taking care of them and paying attention to them as much as he possibly can. And this is going to be nuts. And the reason I wanted to do a child and a toddler versus two children or two toddlers is because I figured that two toddlers might be a little too easy in a sense because whenever he is not home, the toddlers will go directly to daycare. And that would just be too easy, Like, he would be able to go to class no problem, do his projects no problem, because he won't have to worry about his toddlers. They'll be in daycare. And I didn't want to make it too easy for him, so that's why I gave it a child and a toddler. And as you can see, now we are going to move in to the city of San Myshuno, and I actually decided to move them in the worst, in my opinion, the worst apartment in San Myshuno that you can move them into. This apartment is a fixer-upper, and that's one of the traits that you can't remove from the apartment. And I figured that would be fitting because since he's so young, doesn't really have a career yet, doesn't have any skills, he doesn't have a stable source of income, I figured something like this makes sense because it's cheap and it's not the best apartment you could find in San Myshuno. So it makes sense. So they're gonna start from the very bottom and hopefully work their way up. And I decided to give the apartment a few traits. So I gave it the good school traits to kind of help out the daughter with the homework and her skills and be better at school. And I also did child's play because that trait actually helps children gain better skills. But then later on I changed my mind and I actually went with good schools and study spot. And study spot is one of the lot traits you get with university. And the reason I gave it that one is because this is gonna be really hard, you guys. So I figured the study spot trait would at least help Zane um, with his homework and with some of the school projects he's gonna have to do, and he'll be able to complete them a little faster than usual, and that way he will also have time for his kids because we have them. And right here you can see me decorating the kitchen, giving it like a small little table. And one of the things I was really struggling to decide was whether the apartment should have 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms because I really like the idea of having a balcony leading from the master bedroom, and that really does give him a bit of space. And then the girls could just share a room. They could just have a room together for themselves, and he would have the master bedroom. I really like how I kind of matched the brick walls with the wood. I think it looks really good. It gives it that kind of urban apartment vibe, in my opinion. You guys are probably just like, what is she talking about? But it's my build. I'm making it. It makes sense to me. So that's what I went with. I just really like it. It just gives it kind of like a unique style. Then I was thinking maybe I should give it some dirty walls instead of the brick, but I was like, no, I really do like the brick. So I gave the dirty walls to the bathroom and the bedrooms instead, and I also gave the bedrooms that dirty carpet, that really gross dirty carpet that came with apartment life. I also made the bathroom a little bit smaller just because I thought it was really awkward when it was bigger. But I think it still does the job. It doesn't need to be that big. I'd rather the bedroom be a little big. And then I put some holes in the wall to give it even more character and just get the idea through that the apartment's old and that they're pretty poor. And here you could see that I added a 3rd bedroom, but I was still very indecisive, but I did end up adding that 3rd bedroom. So there's 3 bedrooms total in the apartment. And I also decided to get rid of the very expensive cabinets, even though I love them and they look so good, just because we didn't have the money for it. And I needed the money to build the rest of the apartment. So sadly, I had to give up the really nice cabinets for some old dirty ones, but that's okay. Gotta start somewhere, right? So in the bedroom, I gave him a really nice bed just so he could have some good night's sleep. A few night tables with some lamps on it, a desk with a computer. I thought that having a computer would be really helpful, especially if he wants to ever do his homework at home. He won't have to be on campus. And here you can see me switching the master bedroom to the other side, just so I could add that 3rd bedroom for the toddler, and then another bedroom for the older daughter. And then I put the computer in the living room just to clutter up some space and look nicer. But you know what? Now that I think about it, I think I might just switch the bedrooms again because I think I'd rather have the father have a really big bedroom so he could just have everything he needs in there, and the 2 girls can just share a room when the toddler grows up. And for now, the baby can just be in the father's room in like a little corner. I think that'll be okay. For now, I just don't really like how when I give the apartment 3 bedrooms. Those 2 bedrooms are so small. I'd rather have them have a bigger bedroom and share. I think that would look nicer too. So yeah, before I film the next episode when we actually dive into gameplay, which I am so excited about, I will definitely switch the bedrooms up again so the father can have a really big room, which leads to the balcony, and then the girls can just share a bedroom later on. I think I would like that better. I don't really like how small the bedrooms are right now, so yeah. Right here, I'm just decorating the girls' room. It's gonna be really simple. I wasn't really trying to go for anything fancy here, just the basics. The walls I know are really empty, but as he makes more money and hopefully gets a really nice job after graduating, and they'll move out of here, and this won't be their home anymore. So it's just gonna be the basics for now. And then I went ahead and decorated the balcony a little bit. I just gave it like a planter and a little kiddie pool and a little seating area, so they could just chill outside if they ever wanted some fresh air. And I think it looks pretty cute, very simple, nothing fancy, of course. But yeah, I am so excited for the next part to be able to actually dive into gameplay and see all the challenges that await for me and the O'Hara family. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am to start this. Trust me, whew, it's going to be stressful, but we're gonna get through it together. I also really love the apartment he moved into. Like, the aesthetic of it is very urban and very city. So I love it. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you on the next part. Bye, guys.